hearing cussing or don't want to see me cry, which is an ugly cry, don't watch it. So yeah, let's just get started with the video. This is about bullying, and it really pisses me off, honestly. Like, people say there's different reasons for bullying, and that some people have reasons for bullying. Like, one of my friends, she's not my friend anymore, but she said, sometimes I bully people, but that's only because people bully me. And that really doesn't make it okay. It's just like, why would you want to intentionally hurt someone just because you're hurt? There's so many things you could do when you're hurt. You could listen to music, you could exercise, you could sing or dance or write or make videos or something.
You don't have to hurt someone to feel good about yourself. And people that are cool because they bully is bullshit, honestly. No one's cool when they bully. And I know it sounds like some Nickelodeon ad for stop bullying, but honestly, no one's cool when they do it. And it just makes the other person feel like shit, and it makes that person, the bully, shit. And I don't know, it's just, if you're hurting, there's so many other ways to deal with it. And sometimes when you hurt the people, they don't know how to deal with it either, and they start cutting, self-harming, they start burning themselves, starving themselves. They have bulimia, anorexia, they pull their hair. It's not just cutting that's counted as self-harm. It's so many other things, and sometimes it gives people disorders, PTSD, scared of talking to people, social anxiety, all that shit. And I don't get it, like, and it's not even like, oh, you only get bullied at school. You can get bullied anywhere. There's a girl in my old group chat for internet friends. She was a bitch, I swear to God. She's just a horrible person. She was hurting. She wanted to make everyone in our group hurt. She was hurting, and I guess she wanted to make us hurt, since she said, we're so far away from her, I won't have any consequences. And she didn't have any consequences. Nothing happened to her after what she did to us, but she made a fake account, and on that account, she sent different members of the group's death threats, including me, saying we should die, we should cut. If we cut, that would make her happy. Nobody wants us here. We're evil, we're sluts, we're whores, we're bitches, all that. Just trying to bring us down, and it worked for a lot of us, including me. But since, like, I kind of didn't really care what she had to say, since she wasn't real, she wasn't saying it to me, it didn't affect me as much. But it was so consistent, I had to block her on every social media. And in 6th grade, I started getting bullied in real life. It was more extreme than the last couple years back, but it was more real, I guess. But they would just cuss at me, cuss me out, yell at me, just degrade me every chance they got. I would smile, oh, I got jacked up teeth, and then, because I don't have braces, and they're pretty jacked up, actually, but it's not like I'm a monster because I don't have braces yet. Like, if my dentist hasn't told me to get braces, I'm not getting braces. But, and they would kind of, make fun of my neck, saying it was too long, I was a giraffe, I was an ostrich. And when I did cheerleading, I was in level 1, which meant the most advanced skill I could do was back walkover, and that's pretty impressive to me, actually. But they said I wasn't a real cheerleader, I was fake. And they just call me names like bitch, slut, skank, whore, and I seriously didn't do anything to them. It was the first year of school, I couldn't do anything to them. They'd make fun of the way I dressed. I only wore sweatshirts and skinny jeans and combat boots. And they would make fun of that, saying I was poor. And that really didn't affect me because I was pretty poor. But it's not, being poor isn't something you should be ashamed of. Just because you don't have enough income to provide Gucci doesn't mean that you're not as important as anyone else. And I don't really know why I let it get to me, but I did. In 7th grade is when it got worse, where it wouldn't be physical to me, but it would be towards my stuff. Like, they would slam my lockers, they would take my belongings, throw them. I know it sounds like a movie, but this was my life in 7th grade. And at that point, when I finished 7th grade, I was just so scared to go anywhere. I would want to stay in my house at any cost. I was so scared to go to 8th grade. I was begging my mom to please not put me in public school, and she said there's nothing we can do, because if I didn't go to school, then I don't know, some law, if I didn't go to school, they could like fine my mom or something, and we really didn't have the money for her to be fined. So then I developed really bad social anxiety, and that's when I started cutting, and I don't know why I did. I guess I felt like since this was all my fault, I had to pay for what I've done. I don't know, but I started cutting, and that's when it kind of spiraled out of control. I started cutting, and when you have gym, you have to change in front of the other people. There's not like little booths, and they saw my cuts, and you could tell they were talking about me, and they just look at me, and then they'd look at their friends, and they start talking to their friends, giggling, and nobody talked to me in 8th grade at that school. And that's when I basically stopped eating. I didn't eat anything except for yogurt for breakfast, and then a sandwich and water for dinner. And I started losing a lot of weight, not to the point where you could see my ribs definitely, but you could see them, and you knew that I didn't have enough weight on me. And I was basically starving myself. And nobody ever made fun of me being fat, but I don't know, I just felt like I had to punish myself in any way possible, I guess. So I eventually stopped cutting because my grandma was put into hospice care. She was on a ventilator, which was breathing for her, basically, and she had a machine that helped her heart pump, and I saw her in that condition, and the doctors were pretty sure she's going to die, and because of her age and the state she was in. And 4 days later, she was talking, and she was smiling and cracking jokes, and the doctors said they were 90% sure she was gonna die. And so I promised myself that I wouldn't cut as long as she was healthy. And so I stopped cutting for her, and she doesn't know I cut, but my mom and my brother knew I cut. And so I stopped cutting for her, but there was this one day where me and these two girls got in a fight, and they each had their friends attack me verbally over the internet. One girl had 3 friends against me, and another had 2 friends against me, and they were just bringing me down, saying I don't deserve to be on this earth, I'm scum, nobody loves me, I only have friends on the internet because I can't keep real ones, and that really got to me. And that night I was planning on committing suicide, and it was just a small little gesture that my brother made that he didn't know he made. He walked into my room while I was crying, and he just asked me if I wanted to go to GameStop and buy a game. So I told him I'd go to GameStop and buy a game, and he just stayed up with me at night and played the game with me. Even though his girlfriend was there, he spent time with me, and it was just that little thing that made me feel so important. And I'm so glad I stayed, because things got so much better, and they will always get better, I promise you. I promise you. I have my own room, I have everything I want. I got an iPhone today. I have my own computer, I'm in online school, and I have my internet friends. I don't really have a lot of real life friends. I have like 3, but they are the best friends I've had for a long time. I have really cute clothes. And they might not seem cute to other people, but they make me feel beautiful. And, oh God, sorry. Like this 5 sauce sweatshirt. It may be so cute to the eye, but like, oh, she has cute fashion, but it means so much more to me than that, because they helped me through so much, like just watching their interviews, just watching them smile, and just being happy, even though we started from nothing. I don't know. It's just, it made me feel really nice about myself, the way they just laughed at their past like it was nothing. And the past really is nothing. It can't affect you anymore. And I started walking every day for about 2 hours, because just walking, it makes me happy. Just being able to walk, and when you walk by people, they smile at you, they acknowledge you, and it's just really nice to have a community around you. I have my mom, I have my brother, I have my aunt, I have my aunt's boyfriend, I have my aunt, I have my cousins, and even though only 4 of those people are in my same state, it just, the whole network helps. I have my internet friends all over the world, and it really makes me feel special, because whenever I have this friend, my internet friend named Ella, and whenever something's bugging me, she always knows, and she'll be like, what's wrong? I'll say, oh, it's nothing, I'm fine. It's a stupid little thing. And she doesn't say, okay, well, I hope you get better. She says, Brianna, I know you're not okay. Just tell me what's going on. If you want to uvu, we can talk for as long as you want. And just knowing someone's there for you in that way, it really makes a difference. And shit, I'm trying not to cry as much, but it really makes a difference. And people have to know that little things can make someone feel so important. And I don't even know where I'm going with this video anymore. But just everyone that's there for you, even if it doesn't seem like they're doing what's right for you, just know they are. Thank your mom, or thank your dad, thank your brother, thank your sister, thank your aunt, thank your uncle, thank your cousins, thank your friend. Just thank anyone that makes you feel special. Because sometimes it's really hard for someone to feel important or feel loved because of how much other people make them feel hated or disgusted by, or how much other people feel like they think they are so much better than them when they're really not. They're just as mean, they're just as spiteful, as ignorant as anyone could be, because they think that they are cool because they can make someone feel like shit. And that's not even close to being cool. Then my brother just came into the room, and I went from crying to laughing my ass off just by him telling a little joke and being interested in what I had to say, even though I didn't really say anything. But just stuff like that, just, it makes someone feel needed and important, and it's just, I feel like I should end the video here, because I'm just going to ramble on for another 18 minutes, not making any sense of what I'm saying. So, comment, rate, like, and I'm really not this red, like, I don't know what's wrong with the camera, but I'm not this red, I don't know. Like, my nose may be that red, but that's about it. But, yeah, comment, rate, like, and subscribe.